Hey y'all. Hey, I wanted to share a little bit more with you about this new scope that I got from ATN. Uh, it's a scope that can see at night utilizing infrared. And this particular little infrared light comes with this scope unit. I think it was is it Black Friday? No, Cyber Monday, I think. I went online and I was looking at this scope, kind of checking it out. And the first, I don't know, iteration or two of the software, it's kind of a digital scope, was a little bit wanky. And they seem to have got most all of that sorted out now. So I'm not really kind of a person to, jump right in the deep end as soon as the product comes out. I kind of like to see some people have some experience with it and review it. And so anyway, I started seeing things that I was liking about it. And so I went ahead and took the plunge and I bought it. And the price at the time was $408. And of course you had to pay tax on that and then shipping on that too. And it's a American Technologies Corporation, I think, is the people that makes it. I want to say somewhere over in maybe Tennessee, somewhere like that. Don't quote me on that, but I think that may be right. But anyway, it comes with a little base that can hook onto your Picatinny rail here, in addition to this light. It has glass in it. It's not totally digital. It's got a piece of glass in the front that you can use as a parallax to focus on your target. Then it's got some glass in the back that allows you to focus your reticle inside the housing of the scope. And what I really like about this scope mostly is it's got a camera that's built into it. And you can shoot in 1080p, you can shoot in 720p. I think the frame rate is 30 frames per second for the 1080p and 60 for 720p. But anyway, you can record and it'll show the reticle inside. Another thing I like about it is, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's got 6 different reticles you can choose from. I think it's got 3 green, maybe it's 9. I want to say 3 green, 3 black, and 3 red that you can choose from. So I guess, it's probably 9 reticles that you can choose from. Let's see, it also has the ability to zoom. This particular model is a 3 to 12. And I think they also make a 5 to, I want to say 18, something like that. But for my purposes, putting it on a little 22, I think a 3 to 12 is probably all I need. So now here's a little more of a close-up view of the scope. This first 3-inch tube here is actually a sunshade. You can look down in there probably and see the glass down in there. And then here's your parallax adjustment. It goes from like 10 yards out to infinity. And this particular scope, actually all these models, I think, they have GPS, so they can kind of show you where it is that you've been doing your hunting. I don't have mine turned on. And then it also has a Wi-Fi feature that allows you to transmit out of the scope to a small area around you. So your buddy, if he has a tablet or a smartphone or something like that, he could actually look and see what you're seeing through the scope. It's got a little mount here for a light, but I chose to go ahead and just put this light on this quad rail here that I already had, because it allows me to get at this little focus for the target a little bit easier without having to get my hand in front of the light. Here are some of the little interfaces here. That's to turn it on, and then you can kind of move around and through the menu options, and I'll show you some of that. One of the things I don't like about this scope is you have to be out of the record mode to go into the menu mode and do all the different kind of functions. So you can't really record the scene, so to speak, when you're in the menu mode. But otherwise, you can record your hunting experience, which is fine. It's also got a little rubber booty on the back to help kind of seal out some of the sunlight that might be blinding on you. Like today, it's pretty bright. And it may give you some protection from recoil, but with a 22, I'm not too worried about that. And here's where you would adjust your reticle. On this side over here, this is protected by a little O-ring against the weather. And there are 4 AA batteries inside this. Screw it, and you can have a look at what the batteries look like. There it is. just basically 4 AA batteries. Now my experience has been that has lasted me about 3 hours. These are just regular alkali batteries, but I think they talk about getting the kind that are rechargeable, and they last a good bit longer. But you know, I didn't want to be hassling with batteries going out on me or anything, so I just got this little external power supply. This little wire comes around here to this butt stock little pouch, and I've got a little power pack in here that it's at 97% right now, and I've been using it quite a bit, so this thing will last all day and all night, I suspect. But anyway, I just keep that in there and then run the little wire through the underneath the buttstock, and then comes out, wraps around the scope there, and then goes in and powers it up. Let me show you just real briefly. Over here on this side, there's a place for a little micro SD card, and this one's I think 32 gig. I'm not sure exactly how that's all measured, but anyway, you can record to that, or you can put in a mini HDMI. I believe you can either export your files out of the camera using that, or you can just take your little card out if you've got a little adapter and put it in your adapter card and put it in your computer, laptop, or whatever, and you can export your video files from that as well. So anyway, it's for $408, I would say this is one heck of a package. As you can see, we're beyond last shooting light. In fact, I can't even see the target down there. Let's see what we got here. 6 out of 6, that ain't bad for this light.